At least 8 people have died and more than 300 people have been injured after a 6.6 magnitude earthquake hit the Aegean Sea earlier today. The quake was recorded 13 kilometres northeast of the Greek island of Samos, but it was shallow, which has amplified its destructive force. The Turkish city of Izmir suffered the worst damages, with the mayor there reporting that 20 buildings have collapsed. Rescue teams are currently searching for survivors trapped under the rubble. The earthquake also caused a mini tsunami in Samos. However, no injuries were immediately reported. Minor tremors and aftershocks have been felt as far away as Athens and Istanbul. Our social media news desk, The Cube, is following this story and keeping an eye of all of the latest information we can glean from online. Let's cross over to Matthew Holroyd in The Cube.
Good evening, Ollie. Yes, as the search and rescue operations continue, this story likely to develop throughout the evening. Well, this is the European Mediterranean Seismological Centre. They have published this map to show you not just the epicentre of this earthquake, but also where the tremors and aftershocks were felt across the region. They've recorded it at 7.0 on the Richter scale, occurring at 12:51 this afternoon, Central European time. Now, while the effects were felt not just in Greece and Turkey, you can also see tremors being felt as far away as Bulgaria, Cyprus and even Egypt. Now, earthquakes in this region are not uncommon, but this one was particularly shallow and occurred just 17 kilometres off the coast of Izmir region in Turkey and just 13 kilometres away from the island of Samos belonging to Greece. And it's in those two regions where the effects are particularly being felt. According to the Turkish Interior Ministry for Disasters and Emergency Management, they are reporting that at least 6 people have been killed in Izmir region. That includes 1 person who drowned and a further 321 people are injured. Now, the authorities are continuing to search within at least 17 buildings which have collapsed as a result of this earthquake. And you can see from images on UGC exactly why the authorities are taking such a severe line. This is a video that was sent to us here in The Cube. You can see from Izmir region the effects that it has had on the street. A number of people there, if I try and bring the video back up, we'll come back to that later, but you can see there were a number of videos there of people on the scene showing buildings effectively losing their ground floor, shifting as a result of this earthquake. We've also had reports in the region of effects of floods in the region. For example, this image uploaded to Twitter showing you there a number of inches of water being felt across Izmir region, particularly in an area known as Safaharazar. That region severely affected by this earthquake. We know that Red Crescent teams from Turkey are on the scene, as well as the mayor of the region of Izmir. He said here that they have enough provisions to support people with food and also provisions for at least 100 earthquake tents. Well, that's in Turkey, but just across the Aegean Sea in Greece, they're also feeling the effects. The authorities on the island of Samos reporting that 2 teenagers, 2 children, were killed as a result of this earthquake in a collapsed wall. Also reports that 4 people have additionally been injured on that island. Now, what's interesting is that both Greece and Turkey authorities are effectively providing support to each other. We know that the Greek Prime Minister, in a call to Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, said that they would additionally be providing support to each other. And we know that both the European Union, Ollie, and NATO have also said they are monitoring the situation to support Greece and Turkey. But the latest information that we have is that at least 8 people have been killed in this earthquake in both Greece and Turkey, and at least 300 others are injured.
Matt, thank you very much. Well, as Matt was just saying, rescue workers are rushing to the scene of this earthquake, and we can cross over now to Izmir, where we're joined by Ibrahim Uza, the Deputy Director of the Turkish Red Crescent. Thank you very much for speaking with us here. I can see there you're in the car trying to get to the scenes of these building collapses. What have your teams told you so far?
Hi. Well, first of all, I'm sorry about the connection. I just landed in Izmir. I was in Istanbul when I heard the earthquake. But before it basically was on the news, we have one of our disaster management centers in Izmir. We got the news. So as soon as we heard about the news, our rescue teams and crew with all the equipments tried to get to the scene. But at the same time, we alarmed a couple of other disaster management centers, including myself, Turkish Red Crescent President, and also the Deputy Director. We're on the field in Izmir right now. I just landed. I'm in the car going to the field. But so far, what I can tell is that Turkish Red Crescent is ready with rescue teams and food and nutrition teams, psychosocial support teams. We are on the field. We have our vehicles and equipments ready to serve people. Right now, I can tell that the people are not going to go back to their houses. They get feared, and some buildings, at least 6 buildings, collapsed. According to the mayor, it was I think 20, but according to the minister of Interior, I think it's 6 buildings collapsed. So we are trying to serve people that they're spending their time outside, that they're not going to go back to their houses.
Ibrahim, the work that you and your teams will be doing is very delicate indeed. Just talk us through the process of how you try and go through and rescue people without disturbing the rubble so as to endanger life.
Our team got trained, I can say, and we also have our branches, not only the headquarters. The way that we work very close to, IFRC's, the writings. What we have is basically our branches, our volunteers on the field. We have at least 60,000 volunteers throughout Turkey. In Izmir, we have more than 3,000 volunteers. So what we do is try to get the right number of people on the field, not more than what we need, not less than what we need. And also our professionals, they get well trained. We know where we stand, what we do, the right time, the right moment, and then the right nutrition that we have to provide. So again, we mapped the locations of Izmir that earthquake hit. So we have our vehicles to provide hot soup, and other beverages right now. And so based on what we go, I think they're just going to have a 24-hour serving in Izmir.
I'm just looking here at some of the latest figures that are coming from the Turkish government's emergency response vehicle. They're saying 12 people have died, 419 are injured. Considering the damage that we've seen, the footage that's coming out of the city, would you expect that death toll to go up?
I'm not on the field right now, but we get news, of course. This is level 3. So level 3 is a nationwide disaster. I know rescue teams and the disaster management center was trying to get the right number. Before I got on the plane, I got in touch with them to see what kind of level we are seeking, so then I can at least launch my other team members' crews to the field. So far, again, I'm not on the field right now. It's hard for me to tell. I'm just following the same way that you do, just to follow the authorities. It might go up, as you know, in any kind of disaster, there's a couple of hours before you say the right numbers. So right now, Turkey is trying to get that figure. It might go up. I hope not, but that's the fact. But we are ready for that.
Ibrahim Özür joining us there from Izmir. Thank you very much indeed, and we hope you and your teams have a safe night, and we wish you luck with your operations.